Good feelings, good moods today. Very good moods today. Get that, not a problem. Get right through there. And I'm going to sneak in front of you. Good stuff. So, Manchester City, 0. Inter, 0. In a match where we had to be sharp from the get-go, defensively, transition-wise, clever on the fouls, clever on the breakup play, holding the ball well, frustrating City, and just making sure that they didn't have large brackets of time to get into their flow, large brackets of time to really start to get into their own zone and whatnot. I really think that today had to be a day where we walked off that pitch motivated, happy. And we still could have done that with a bad result. We still could have done that with a 1-0. This is why the match against Monza shit me so much, because it wouldn't have taken a win to walk off the pitch in Manchester feeling really good about the derby. Of course, I see things from a bigger picture. Look at this old geezer jogging uphill, no shirt on, 7 o'clock in the morning. What a G. 13 people here right now. That's good for a live drive. Obviously, Champions League is going to get a little bit more traction, a little bit more support. But, you know, how can we be unhappy with this result? How can you be unhappy with the performance as well? The away point here means that we can really focus on how many points that we need going into the next, we've got eight group games altogether, so we've still got 7 to play. It's going to be a very long Champions League campaign, and it started really, really early as well. It has started in September. Very good result, very good result, very good performance from Zielinski. Once he is 100% integrated, he's going to be a menace in this side. And to be able to start him in front of Mkhitaryan against Man City, brilliant sign. We know that Mkhitaryan's going to start against Milan. We know that for a fact. But to see Zielinski get that many minutes against City today, perfect. Thuram, missed chance. I don't think it was as big as what people were making it out to be. You know, he was just on the inside of the box, I think, or just on the teeter point of it. So not an easy finish. Great game until the 80th when we ran out of gas. Yeah, but running out of gas against Man City in Manchester is nothing to be afraid of. And the fact that we still held our own and held our composure is great. I saw at the end the Acerbi and Haaland having a little banter. Does anybody know what was actually said there? Because I'd be very curious, man. I'd be very curious. I think Acerbi really wanted his shirt. There must have been some sort of joke about how he's been on it all game or something like that. But I can't fault the boys for their effort today. Can't fault Inzaghi as well. And you know what? It almost justifies his decisions at the end. But like Tommy says, leaving the Etihad with a draw is a great result. And, you know, we didn't need the win badly at all. There's 21 people here right now. And I know we've had an awesome influx of subscribers recently. So like the video, subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you are new. And make sure you're letting those EPL fanboys and their bland tears know that everybody in the world goes against Man City to sit back. We just did it really effectively. And that's why they're upset. Let's not forget, City haven't been goalless at home since April. This game against Arsenal. Great result. Great strategy as well. Yeah, bro. Ian is going to be drinking himself happy tonight. I mean, goalless draws aren't usually what we celebrate, but that one's definitely worth celebrating, Debs. Definitely worth celebrating. So I hope he's given some stick out there. I had to mute yeah. Not that upset, to be honestly, but obviously wish we got the win. Oh, obviously Mighty Mo, but, you know, Man City will be walking off that pitch with much more regrets than we were. And now it's up to us to do the business at home. Like Sir Alex Ferguson used to say, don't lose your away games, win your home games. And I dare say, if we can win 3 of our home games, plus that point at City, we might be looking at qualification here. Today, I was very ready to budget for a -3 points. I was very, very, very ready to budget for that. But we've budgeted above our weight. We've got a point out of Manchester today. Big up to Uncle Sharma if he was there. Acerbi showed number 2, probably yeah, he showed him the second time he's pocketed. And I'll guarantee you that was a joke that they were having at the end of the game there. Guys, full steam ahead. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Yeah, I can forgive him now. I can forgive him slightly. I'm going to love that comment and like it. Thank you for the donation. You're so generous. Big up, Rosemary. I just want us to go to this derby. I want us to fuck them. I want us to absolutely nick. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. No, it wasn't a boring game at all, Reno. If you watched it and thought it was boring, it's because you're watching it through your biased lens. Everybody said it was a decent game. Everybody goes to City to defend, and we did it very well today. Very, very well. No team in Europe would have done it better than us today, and no one would have gone there with a different game plan except Real Madrid. So that point away in Manchester is a golden point, and we will definitely take it. In terms of the preparation for the weekend, what's more important is that we look fresher than Milan. Playing Champions League football in open games is very different to playing Serie A when the team sits back. Unlocking a team like Monza, Empoli, Lecce, these are going to be big challenges this season. Inter needs to go this weekend, and we need to spank Milan because we are much better than them. Much better than them. They will not have Maignan either. There is no reason for us to not think that we are going to spank the hell out of Milan. Yes. See what happens when Juve win a game under Motta? They all find their voices again. Last week when you drew to Empoli, it was, what are we watching, guys? What are we watching? And then Inter drew and you beat PSV, and now it's all steam ahead again, just like the last 5 years. Inter, however, need to get into that dressing room, slap each other across the head, and do what they do best and galvanize themselves for this weekend's derby. Because if we come away with 3 points this weekend, all will be forgiven. You get 4 points out of City and the Milan derby, and everyone will look at us again and go, ah, shit. The only ones I'm not really sleeping on at the moment are Conte. So the good thing this weekend is that if we can get the 3 points from Milan, either Juve, Napoli, or both need to drop points because they play each other. It's a good opportunity for us to reassert our dominance here. There are 39 people here right now. We never get 39 people for a live drive. That's awesome. 13 likes as well. Let's get the likes up. Worst time to lose reception as well, but we're back. We'll probably lose it once or twice more as well, guys, but that's all right. That's all right. So, in terms of players that were good today, obviously Zielinski. Zielinski was very good. Like, you know those players who play in slow motion, that think before they play? It's a bit of a dying breed, that playmaker role. It's definitely a dying breed in the ones that can connect the attack. You're never going to see the Wesley Schneiders or the Rui Costas anymore. Those were my favorite sort of players. By the way, I copped an awesome Portugal Rui Costa kit from like 2003 or 2004. No, it can't be 2004, but I'll show it soon. Bro, there's 50 people here right now. I don't even know how we got 50 people on this live drive, but thank you very much. Keep sharing the video, like the video, because whatever the algorithm is doing, it's working. I also need to thank all the new subscribers. We're up to 3,600 now. 3,600 subscribers on this humble little channel. We were at like 2,500 less than a year ago. It just goes to show, man, all it takes is consistency and engagement to build a community. Just engagement. Of course, the editing is important. The visuals are important. The intros are important. But what's more important is building a community that can sustain a conversation. What's more important is building engagement for people that return, people that click when you click go live, or that click when they see a video. And for that, I'm very grateful. Go, 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 go. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Thank you very much, Debbie, for gifting another membership. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you again, Rosemary. You don't need to keep donating, love. You're very nice. Thank you, Debbie. My girl, Debbie. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff on the channel. Thank you to the regulars. Big shout out to Uncle Sharma and Ian, who are painting the blue side of Manchester a slightly darker shade. Haha, a slightly darker shade of blue. And that's who we are, man. You know, we're really leaving our impact in Europe recently. We really are. There's no denying it. If I'm allowed to say one or two more things before I get to work. Empoli 2023. Empoli 2023. Great result regardless of what others say. It is a great result, man. Anybody who's saying it's not a good result for Inter doesn't know football depth. It's not what's on the surface. Empoli 2023. I think it was in January. Thank you, Debs. This has turned out to be a beautiful stream Oh, and I'm really glad that Reno copped one of those new the free memberships. Reno Top G. It's all banter between me and Reno and I should say. And I think Mighty Mo's got one as well, which is really nice. Davide, origini Libanese. Are you trying to say is my origin Lebanese? No, but I was born and raised in a part of Sydney that was 70% Lebanese. And every time I grow my beard out, I do look more Arab than Italian. And the sort of tone that I've got in my voice, the deep tone in my voice, does sort of resemble a slight Southwest Sydney Arab accent. So I'm just a product of my environment, man. I have been around Arabs, Lebanese, Muslims my whole life. They're like my extended community. I love them with everything. Yeah, so I want to say this before I get to a shit reception area. Empoli 2023. I remember it perfectly because I was taking my dog Vincenzo to dog school. It was the game where we dropped points because Skriniar had a meltdown. I think it was 2-1. And then we dropped points again in January. This was the time where the epic criticism of Inzaghi was at its peak. He had to pull something very special out of his cooler to come back from that. And what he did was he went on a run that allowed us to make the Champions League final. And then he backed it up by pissing on Serie A the next season. The criticism I had of Inzaghi on the weekend was the first time I've criticized him in a year and a half. And I already am regretting it slightly. We need to have more faith in this guy because I do believe he's the best manager in the league. I do believe that without him, we'd be screwed. With our financial capacity at the moment, with everything that's going on in our club, it takes a very special manager and board of directors to keep things above water. And that's what they've done in a successful manner. So I am very, very grateful for Inzaghi, and today's performance just proved it. Today's performance just proved it. I don't want to see us get reserved against Milan because like the Flow just said, our bench was crazy strong tonight. Lautaro, Fratesi, Mkhitaryan, and Benjamin Pavard is going to be better than almost every bench you see in Europe. Every bench you see in Europe. Those players will most likely start. We know Mkhitaryan will start. We know Lautaro will start. Pavard will start. How good was Bisek today for a rotational game against Manchester City? Jan Bisek. Bisek-Bauer, you know. Good stuff. The bench was crazy strong today. It would be really, really good to see Zielinski start against Milan, but that's not going to happen. We will see the same traditional midfield of Hakan, Barella, and Mkhitaryan. I do think Fratesi will get more minutes off the bench because, you know, he knows what it means. He's a passion merchant. He knows this derby inside and out. We need to take that game by the scruff of the neck ASAP. Augusto was amazing. I'm so glad that was just a rumor of him traveling to Turkey. That was weird. That was weird. Dumfries to start ahead of Darmian. I would agree. I think if Dumfries was the player that was played in behind the defense there instead of Darmian, he would have had a shot. Whether he scored is a different story. Bisek is man of the match when he plays, sometimes when he doesn't. Look, Barella, man of the match today was a given. Barella was a colossus. Guys, Nico Barella this season, look at his... I'm not trying to sound like I proper do have a man crush on him, but I do. Look at his body, bro. Look how ripped he is. Look how jacked his shoulders have become this season. You know, I'm a big believer in exercise science and the link between cortisol stress and your physical gains. And this guy, like, his hair has grown back. That last kid that he's had has reborn him, has completely rebirthed him. He's going to have his best season ever. Best season ever. Bro, I am in love with him. I don't care. I don't care. I'd leave my wife for Nico Barella. I would. I'd adopt his 4 kids. All jokes aside, he's the best box-to-box midfielder in Europe, and I think he showed it again today. And yeah, we soaked up City's pressure very, very, very well. I can't even begin to describe how proud I am of that defensive line as well today. And like I said in my match reaction, guys, can we focus on one thing for a second? When is Bastoni actually going to get a shred of respect outside of Inter? He gets no respect even in Italy as a national team player, no respect overseas. Rio Ferdinand's talking about him like he's a 19-year-old prospect that should be loaned out for 18 months. It's absolute bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. We've got one of the best left-sided centre-backs in Europe, and people still talk about this guy like he's 3 or 4 years away from being a big thing anywhere else. The guy's not going anywhere else. He's in his peak now with us. He's made the Champions League final. He's won 2 Scudetti. But he doesn't have a sexy jawline, and he doesn't have long hair like Calimerda. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's the best centre-back since Giorgio Chiellini for Italy. He gets no respect. No Juve fan will ever be able to shove their massive ego to the side of their head and put their hand up and go, Alessandro Bastoni is the best Italian centre-back and has been for the last 4 years. They won't say it because half of them are, you know. But it is what it is. At least nobody will come for him. The fact of the matter is that when Conte walked a couple of years ago, a lot of our rival fans were thinking of bidding for Bastoni and Barella. That ship sailed, and all of a sudden they became not good enough after that. Not good enough. They represent the Inter block in an Italy team, therefore they're not good enough. Ah yes, bunch of bacalas. They'd walk headfirst into your team, bro, and they would galvanize you to the league title. But they're not doing that. Uno di noi. Bastoni, easily best Italian centre-back of the last 5 years. Way better than any centre-back that's in the country at the moment. Way better than Calafiori. Way better. Way better. City dominated the whole game. You're upset. Oh, you must be a City fan. If that's the case, bro, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I always love when rival fans come in here. It lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. If there's rival fans in my chat, if there are rivals as channel members, I'm doing the right thing here. Half of Europe wanted both of them 2 seasons ago. Not really half of Europe. Not really half of Europe. I would say Man City thought about it because Pep Guardiola actually has a scouting backbone in his body. Ah, good stuff. Shout out to Zoma and Acerbi. They played very well today as well. Very well today as well. Guys, we're on 19 likes. We just need one more like to get to 20. There's still 33 people here right now. We've had 3 donations on air today as well, plus some gifted memberships, meaning this live drive was an awesome idea. I'm just going to keep hitting record every time I've got an opportunity, whether it's at home or in the car, man. Check out the Serie A match day review. I think the intro saved itself from copyright except for the song, so I'll just have to change the song. Not a problem. I think a draw was probably the fair result. Maybe Inter edged it. I watched as a neutral. That's cool, bro. Thanks for that. Taremi didn't have a shot but worked hard. Taremi did work hard. All right, guys. Gotta go.